All right, let's go to the next website. I found this one on Twitter, and it's called Blooket. And this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one I thought was really fun. I did just a simple multiplication table one. But these little things are so darn cute, I couldn't even stand it. And there are so many different categories of these things. So you can see that it's games that students can play. And they can jump in and they can play it themselves. So I'm gonna log in. And you can see here that I already have created one set of Blooket questions for students. But there are quests that students can go on. There's news that you can read about. So they all have their Santa hats. There's a winter event. There's different workshops. So you can see here that I can discover other Blookets. And so this is just the one that I did, the multiplication facts. But as you go through here, you can see, and students can play a bunch of these on their own if they want to create an account. So it's great. When you go in here, let's go into character traits. So you can see here that I can host it. So if I click on host, now I can host this little Blooket with my students, and I can send them out a join code. I can select the game mode. So there's racing, there's a little battle royale, which is kind of fun. I did Tower of Doom, which was really fun. I only made it to level 2 before I died. So that was kind of fun. Let's try the battle royale. So if I host this game, starting energy for each player. We can do solo, we can do team, so you can try this a few different times. I'm just gonna say solo, random names. I'm gonna host now. And then you can see at the top that I get the little code for Blooket, and I'm just gonna log in with my on my iPad here so you can see what it looks like. So you can see the student doesn't actually have to sign in. So I have my game ID. I'm gonna put in my game ID, enter a nickname. So now I am waiting for the host. So I'm gonna go back as the host. Here you go. I can kick kids if I want to kick kids. If I think that their name is inappropriate, I can kick students out, and I can copy the link to join and send that out through Google Classroom. I can go full screen with students. So a lot of different ways for me to for students to join through Blooket. So now that I have a few different people in the game, I'm just going to start the game so you can see what this looks like. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay, you'll be randomly matched up against someone else. So if you have a lot of kids in here, then they're going to have to play against their friends in the class. So we're providing instructions right now. We're going to get our final showdown. And it's telling people on the iPad to look up at the host screen. So you are sharing this as the Zoom teacher or the Google Meet teacher, okay? Last player with the remaining energy will win the Battle Royale. Okay, so here we go. So there are only 2 players, my iPad and my phone, and they are going to be playing each other. So you will see which does not fit. So you're gonna look at this. I'm going to say athletic, and this one I'm going to choose wrong, and I'm going to choose smart. So the answer is sent. You can see the responses, and similar to Kahoot, everybody is answering the same question. You will see the results and how everything worked out. So my iPad beat my phone, so my phone loses 1 little charge. You can see that it lost a little charge over on the side. And so now, again, they have to play each other because we have only so many players. So we're getting this again, does not fit. So just a fun little game. I'm going to quit that. Blooket. I'm going to go back to Discover. I'll show you the little multiplication facts. I'm going to play solo this time. And this one is really fun. The one that I did was Tower of Doom. I've also tried a little cafe, but what happens here is you get these cards, and you collect cards, and then you play randomly against the computer. So the computer gets cards, and as you move through, you want to try to pick strength, charisma, or wisdom to best the computer. And the more you get correct in a row, and the more times you beat the computer in a row, the better off you're going to be. I don't need a tutorial. So you can see here, it gives me my question. I got the question right, and I'm going to choose a card, and I want ones that are rare instead of more common because they usually are more powerful. So I'm just building up my army right now. So now you can see, here's my map, and I have to move through my map and use my lives and get all the way down here to this exclamation point. And I start with 100 lives. So as I move through, I accrue coins, and my coins go up here, which allowed me to buy more cards. And when I get to robot areas here, I play against the computer robot. So I choose my card, and I want to make sure to get them right. And then Charisma is my biggest one. I'm going to choose Charisma. They had a bigger charisma, so I'm going to lose 5% of my heart. So that is Blooket. I'm going to quit this. There are tons of games in here. If you are on your dashboard and you have created a Blooket, you can look in here, and I'm going to edit this. One of the great things in my Blooket, this is the last thing that I want to show you. Okay, so Blooket is really fun, but this is the feature that I really wanted to highlight most of all because this blew my mind when I saw this. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create a set. So I'm just going to give it a generic title. You can give it a cover image, a description, public, private, manual, or Quizlet import. So if I click on Quizlet import and I create my set, look at this. It shows you exactly how to import from Quizlet. So anything that's available on Quizlet, you can create a Blooket for. So I'm going to go to search Quizlet, and look, it's Quizlet. So the world is your oyster here on Quizlet. So before I search Quizlet, I'm actually just going to log into Quizlet so I can get this right. So now that I'm in Quizlet, I can search Quizlet for all kinds of things. So I'm just going to say computer. So now when I'm in here in computers, here's a Microsoft Word exam, 262 terms. So I'm in the Microsoft Word exam. If I go back to Blooket, I can go to the next step here. So what it's showing me here is how to export. I go into Quizlet. I look for the 3 dots right here. I have the export button. Choose this, choose export. I'm going to copy the text. I'm going to go back here to Blooket. Next step, paste this information into here to Blooket, add my questions, and now it's done. So you can see I have all of my sets in here. I can save my set, and here is my set, my title. So you can play solo, and when you're in here in Blooket, you can choose your game mode. They give you 4 different game modes to play, but it's that easy to import things from Quizlet. So if you have things in Quizlet that you've already made, you can easily make a Blooket. Or if there are things in Quizlet that you want to use or go and look for, you can easily create a Blooket based on things that are available in Quizlet. So one of the coolest features that I found in Blooket, and this is one of my favorite resources that I have found that have been shared with me through social media here while I've been home.